Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to What's New with ME, the only show where we break the news down so clearly that even Congress might understand it. Maybe, potentially. After 3 committees, 2 subpoenas, and 1 emotional support therapy llama. Tonight, we've got 4 major stories, and I promise you, it's like ordering the political sampler platter. A little DOJ confusion, a little Saudi drama, a sprinkle of Epstein transparency seasoning, and a heaping serving of redistricting chaos. Let's dig in. Segment 1, the Comey grand jury oopsie. So the Comey case, remember how prosecutors are supposed to show the grand jury to the actual indictment before they vote it in? You know, that tiny little detail? Well, apparently the DOJ forgot. They admitted in court that the full grand jury never reviewed the final indictment. The judge basically said, "Excuse me, what?" and ordered the DOJ to hand over everything to the defense. So Comey pleads not guilty. Charges are false statement and obstruction. The judge says DOJ made a profound misstep. And social media says the DOJ made the biggest fumble since the Jets season opener. Here are some more social media takes. Ex-conservatives say this case is cooked. Deep state caught playing Twister with the Constitution. Liberals say Comey should countersue and stop wasting his time. This man could have been golfing right now. But moderates say, wait, the DOJ didn't follow the rules, so government is governmenting again? At this point, the case is wobbling harder than a folding chair at a family barbecue. The defense is probably sitting there like, "Judge, are you seeing this?" And the judge says, "Yeah, I am." Segment 2, Trump and the Crown Prince in the media tango. So next up, we got President Trump and the Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman met in the White House. Media call it a bromance breakfast of the decade. So what did we get? Honors, jets, pageantry, maybe some international side-eye? And here's the context. Trump publicly said MBS knew nothing about Khashoggi. The CIA says, actually, he did. Trump media critics blew up. See, supporters call it a strategic diplomacy. Human rights groups call it a PR facelift. And social media, in the conservative side, they said this is how America does business. Stop whining. Liberals say, bro, he just rewrote the Khashoggi chapter live on air. Middle East watchers say the U.S.-Saudi relationship is basically a toxic situationship. They break up, they make up, they repost each other, they delete the post, and then they fly jets over the White House. And honestly, if Nick Cannon can co-parent 12 kids across time zones, then the U.S. and Saudi Arabia can probably hash out the awkward photo op without the world collapsing. Segment 3, the Epstein Files Transparency Act. Now let's move to the story that has all of social media wearing their conspiracy hats, and some of y'all never take it off anyways. So Congress passed the Epstein Files Transparency Act. Nearly unanimous. I haven't seen, by the way, Congress agree on anything like this since ever. President Trump says he'll sign it. The DOJ says they'll release the files within 30 days. But there's some context. The House that voted 427-1. Senate unanimous. Files will be released with privacy redactions. DOJ says some names may be protected for victims and active cases. And social media says, on the left, release all the names, no favorites, no sealed folders. The right says, let's see who's on the flight logs for real, for real. Conspiracy community says, we've been preparing for this moment like it's the Super Bowl. And regular citizens say, I can't handle another list. I'm just trying to finish my taxes. Look, when both parties agree unanimously, you know it's serious. That's like the political version of seeing Tom and Jerry hug it out. Segment 4, congressional maps being undone. Finally, congressional districts, or as I call them, America's favorite art and craft activity. A federal judge blocked Texas' newly drawn maps, calling it illegal racial gerrymander. Translation, y'all tried it and you failed. Here's the context. Texas map blocks ahead of 2026 elections. Several other states are also under review. Utah is revisiting anti-gerrymandering law, and national chaos is certainly incoming. Social media says on the left, good, their maps or no maps. The right, digital overreach again. Independence, why does my district look like a toothpaste stain? And geography nerds, finally, my moment. At this rate, 2026 maps might be drawn by rock, paper, scissors, a coin flip, or one of those giant wheels at the mall. Honestly, that will be probably more fair. So that's the latest. DOJ confusion, diplomatic dance-offs, classified documents about to spill the tea, and congressional maps that look like someone sneezed during an art and craft class. And through it all, we keep it unbiased because at What's New with ME, we don't pick red or blue. We pick the truth, the facts, and sprinkle it with a little bit of humor to keep us all sane. I'm Ali Madawi. This has been What's New with ME. Stay informed, stay balanced, and stay tuned because tomorrow's news is already typing itself on X.
World of digital noise. Your brand deserves a command center. Welcome to ME Studios, where your vision doesn't just get captured, it gets amplified. This isn't just another production space. This is your complete media powerhouse. Our multi-unit facility in New Jersey is engineered for brands that refuse to be overlooked. We transform your voice into professional podcasts streaming on Spotify, Amazon Music, and beyond. Your stories become headlines across 300-plus media outlets, including Fox, ABC. Behind every viral moment is strategy. Our content creation and SEO campaigns don't just chase trends, they create them. From concept to distribution, we build the digital presence others envy. Your brand, your voice, your time to dominate. Visit the mestudios.net and turn potential into impact.